Well, we've got a chance to talk with the new Melrose football coach. Ike Vesel is with us right now. Coach, welcome and congratulations on becoming the Melrose football coach.
Thank you. I'm excited about the position. I'm eager to get started. Kind of chomping at the bit to meet the staff and meet the players, and I'm excited. My family's really excited to get to the area. So.
Mm-hmm. Could we start out here? Start out with your family. Who is in your family?
Yeah, I have my wife, Sydney, who's also an elementary school teacher, and then I have my son, Mac, who is 18 months old.
Okay. So Mac is your boy. Sounds like a ball player to me.
He is. He knows the word football and touchdown, so he's learning fast.
I like that. So, as you mentioned, teaching, your wife will be teaching here in Melrose, or what?
That's the goal. She has some interviews set up, so hopefully we can find her a spot, in the next few months here, so she can be teaching in the district. Mm-hmm. So, that's the goal. Yeah,
and what about you as far as teaching goes?
I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm a Phi Ed and DAPE teacher, so I'm hoping in the next month or two here we can get something lined up so I can hopefully be in the district or at least in the school. I do have some interviews lined up as well. So, like I said, the goal is to hopefully be in the school. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Can I ask you, where are you from originally, and can you give us your background?
Yeah, I was born actually in Duluth, Minnesota. We moved around quite a bit, and I ended up graduating high school from La Crescent, Minnesota. And then from there I went to the University of Minnesota, Duluth, where I studied physical education and then played football there as well.
Okay. And then as far as then after that, how about your high school experience with teaching and coaching?
Yeah, I actually spent 2 years coaching college football, 1 year at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, and then my second year I was actually back at the University of Minnesota Duluth. And then from there, I went to Dover Yoda, where I coached for 3 years, football, wrestling, and track and field, and then taught physical education there as well. And then the last 2 years now I've been at Rochester Century High School in Rochester, Minnesota, where I've been working as a Phi Ed and DAPE teacher, and then assistant football, and then I've been the head strength and conditioning coach for all of the sports as well.
So then, what is your interest then in looking into Melrose at this point?
It was an area that my wife and I kind of looked at, and we really liked it. And it's on top of that, it was an opportunity for me to be a head football coach, which is something I've been kind of working for my whole life. My dad was a head football coach for 30 years, so it's something I've really been dreaming of doing for a long time now. And the opportunity popped up, and I was able to apply and interview for it. But like I said, we really like the area. We like the small town atmosphere, which is what I grew up in my whole life. So it's something we've wanted to get back to, is that small town. So that's kind of what brought us to Melrose.
You mentioned that you're involved in weight training with the strength and conditioning. What do you know of what's been going on for Melrose to this point, and how do you plan on to add on to that?
Yeah, I was talking with Matt, who's been working with it for, I think he said 6 years now. He was kind of the first one I got in contact with, because it's something I'm obviously very passionate about. And I think it's one of the most important things that we can do to kind of help get our program in the right direction. So, I talked to him for a long time the other day, and kind of, reached out to him and just said that, I'd like to be involved as much as possible to help, football get better, and not only football, but all the sports. I want to help get our athletics as, to the top stage and everything. So, I'm hoping I can really just add on and help everywhere I can to make it even better. I know they have a great program in place already. but kind of what I told Matt is I want to help where I can and help improve it everywhere I can, and again, get these kids training at a top level.
When you come into a new program like this for you, how do you balance what you want to do as to what the players know, and how do you mesh that all together?
Yeah, and that's sometimes a tough thing to step into. I think, you kind of have to take what I know and what what I want accomplished and kind of mesh that with what they know already. I think the starting out, I have to learn the players, I have to learn the staff and figure out where they're at knowledge-wise, and then, obviously build off that and kind of build in what I want to accomplish with our program. But, I think at the same time, getting the kids and the staff to believe in what we're doing and, understand that, we're trying to build a program. We want to build a tradition that, a successful tradition that, it might not be a overnight difference. It's probably not going to be, but, we're trying to build it so we're successful for, years to come, not just, 1 year every 10 years. So, we want to build that success up, and getting that goal in mind in our whole team is key.
I'm sure you've heard that old saying to kind of build off of that you hear people say, we've got more kids walking the hallways that don't play, and how do you get them involved in a program like that?
Yeah, it's, believe it or not, at the high school level especially, it's almost like college where you have to walk the halls and you have to recruit kids. It's all about, from my experience, the more relationships I can build with these kids, the more chance of them potentially coming out and playing football. There's so many kids out there that could play, that should play, but it's my job as a coach, and it's our job as a staff to learn who those kids are and build relationships with those kids so they do want to come out and play. And on top of that, again, building our program where it's a program that kids want to be a part of. We want our kids to enjoy coming to football. We want it to be their best part of their day. So really building that program so the kids really look forward to football season and look forward to practice and games and being there with the team. It's all kind of part of that process of getting those kids to buy into what we do.
I'm not sure how much you're up to date on your competition of, say, teams like Albany or New London Spicer. And when you talk about and use that word culture, I can bet Albany and New London Spicer, they're in the weight room, and all those guys are all just gun-ho to get going. And that's what Melrose needs to do, right? Yeah,
we have to, again, buy into that program. You look at successful programs, they have their program set up where it's, all the way down to the youth football league or youth sports programs through the high school is, they're all on the same page of what they're doing. And that's my goal with Melrose as well is, we want all of our kids in our program, all the way down to those youth levels, really ultimately doing the same stuff that we're going to do at the varsity level. Maybe not to quite the extent of it, but we want everybody on the same track. So it's all one program that's working together to get better. And it's funny you mentioned the New London Spicer. I listened to the head coach talk a long time ago, or the old head coach talk a long time ago, and he had kind of talked about the same thing of how to build up a program, and and look where they ended up. They've been very successful. So, our goal is to get to that level and higher even. But that all starts with getting everybody on the same page.
Well, to wrap it up here, I'm sure you've got a busy summer ahead of you here. Is your family ready for it? And where are you going to live, do you think?
Well, we're hoping to find a house as soon as possible. Our goal is to get there by the start of June, which I know is coming soon. But our goal is to get there as early as possible, so I can learn the community, learn the kids, and meet the kids and get started as soon as possible. So we're excited for the move. My wife hasn't moved before, so it's new for her, but she's really excited about the opportunity. Like I said, she's excited to live in the area. We're hoping to find a place in Melrose if possible. I know the housing market isn't where we want it to be right now, but it's an exciting time, and we're really looking forward to it.
Well, I'm not sure if you know that the Melrose area high school is made up of the 7 towns around the area, so we're going to have to get you around, get you to the Greenwald Pub, hit the Legion for the fish fry, and get to Charlie's Cafe and the whole thing for you.
Hey, absolutely. I'm a big food person, so I love trying new places and finding different places to go. So I'm definitely excited to see all those new places.
Well, yeah, don't be afraid to reach out, and people will help you out and take you wherever, and hopefully the housing goes good and the jobs as well. And so, again, welcome and congratulations to Ike Vesel, the new Melrose football coach. We'll see you during the season, okay?
Awesome. Thank you very much.